That's the third one. I have two like this. One of them has a tear in it and one doesn't. And they sent me
What
another. They
like?
let me keep this one, and they sent me a brand new one because when they
So
sent it
so
to
this
me,
one has the tear in it.
I don't know which one has the tear in it, but
What
one of them
like when you let it open, you can
it
see the
had like
tear.
little slits in it. Like when they packaged it, maybe it got bumped against something and had like some little rips, but you can't really see it. But I paid money for it, so I didn't want it to have
Hell
tears. And so
nah,
when I called them, I
shit.
said, "Hey, this umbrella have a tear in it." Okay, hold on, y'all. But
You see how much my age up on that for you. My speaker's not real loud.
that's okay.
You tell me turn up last time.
No, that's
Remember?
fine. Yeah, this is my anthem. That's good. Hey y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sun. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
That's not a ugly.
I don't like that Sonata.
No, that's not ugly. The ones they made before that look better.
I'm a rebel just for kicks now, y'all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful today here in Houston.
It really is. When I stepped outside, I said that.
Look at the trees.
There go my truck right there. I take that
I would never get my car
customer.
lowered.
Exactly.
It floods too much.
In Houston, shit, that nigga can't run through a little bit of water.
That's why I'm not. When I get another car, I'm not getting another low car like this. I'm gonna get the Jeep Wrangler that sits up high.
I like those new Jeep Cherokees, even from like a 2018 to 2017. Them motherfuckers is nice. The 2019 Jeep Cherokees, but you got to get a limited edition. They going on
Hmm.
sale. They going on sale in December. They probably got a lot of cash money back.
Let me see something. Hey, dark child, this beach. Let me turn it down.
Turn down.
Yeah. Thank you. You can turn it off because I was gonna be
Just turn
talking.
off.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. So Sunday morning running around. That's my boy. Is this? What's up with this light? Oh my God!
What?
It's a stop sign. I'm sorry. The
Yeah.
light is out,
That's
and
your
I
one
didn't.
right there.
The one that was walking.
With the gray at the bottom.
Yeah, he worked at the hospital before, but so I really I like the ladies. I like Snoop's uh, ladies panel. I loved Snoop's with her and Ask April. Who else was it? Because those are the main two that I watch. Cartier White, JD Ali. I'm trying to see. He's running into Walmart, y'all. I can chat when he go into Walmart. because I'm gonna be parked. It'll be a good day to go ride horses today. But
Would you want to own a
I did before.
horse? It's too much maintenance.
It's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah,
When
that's
you
why I
have
say it's too much
horses,
maintenance.
you got to keep them up. The feeding, all the feeding you have to
I know
do.
everything. I know everything about the horses. And
And
pigs too.
then, yeah, it's a couple of pigs on YouTube.
Yeah, and then I'm finna tell you, pigs are real good animals.
They're very good
Real
animals.
good animals. One of my cousins had a pet pig.
Was it called Peppa Pig?
What did Aaron call this pig? As a matter of fact, the guy I'm talking about, he's a pastor now.
Yeah, these pastors now
That
they
pig.
like to eat pigs and other things.
Now he had a pig when he was a little bitty boy. He older than me in his 50s now.
Oh, okay. But I wanted me a little potbelly pig before. But when they say potbelly and they say mini pig, you look up and that damn thing is 200 pounds. I'd be like, okay, well, I thought this was mini, like maybe 20 pounds, 30 pounds. But hell, it's 200 pounds. I might as well give me a Great Dane. You talking about it's a mini pig? Hell, it weigh more than me. That ain't no mini pig.
You exaggerate the shit.
I am not.
Yeah, you
I am.
40 pounds.
I said 200 pounds.
Oh, that's more than you. Shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I said
I know
I
it's more
don't
than
think
me.
if it's a mini pig, it shouldn't be over 40 pounds. That's what I.
Yeah, all right,
That's what I'm
all
saying.
right. Now I got your statement. Shit, I said it'd be over 20 pounds, like a dog.
So I don't think that.
Don't forget you gotta feed that motherfucker.
Of course, and it's them things are not little delicate feeding creatures. They eat the hell out of everything.
And that's one thing about a pig. A pig will eat anything.
Some men do too. Oh, I'm gonna sit in here and wait on you.
All right.
No, I'm not introducing him. Y'all be wanting so much. No. I really didn't want him to be on camera too much, but he's comfortable with it. You know, in this place that we're at on YouTube and people doing the most, I'm not going to introduce people that are not YouTube people because all the doxing and stuff, and it's an element of underhanded, dirty people. So I'm not gonna ever say his name, or he can be in the background and wave and look, but that'll be the extent of it. Pigs are not that gross. I used to eat pigs at one time. Eat them. I don't eat pork anymore. It's out of control. People are doing the most. Just somebody may snapshot a picture of this man, and I mean, he's not on social media at all. So that's the good thing. It's 63 degrees here. I'm looking at the temperature. So this is probably a little bit much what I have on now. They be doxing and they doing everything. Hey, Nisi, that's him. Sherry, Brown Sugar. Hey, Brown Sugar. Lady T, Cartier White, uh, at Walmart. Lashandra and Demetra, thank you, Stephanie. And I do watch Lashandra. I like Lashandra. I haven't watched Demetra, but I watched Lashandra and I watched April, and I watch Lady Snoop. I have to check out Demetra. And my thing with Heidi doing these reviews, Heidi does reviews and it's always coming from a point of negativity. It's always a point of negativity. She is not going to give anyone a fair critique at all. It's a bunch of BS. Thank you, Tammy Mentor. You enjoy your day also. My screen is small. I'm not on my laptop. I'm sorry. She is bitter. Heidi's very bitter. She's very, very bitter. Okay, how are you going to start your critique of our gentleman's panel for Halloween and you're already giving us names that's going to it's showing people the BS that you're on? Because when you say crackhead, you're calling me a crackhead, but you're in the dark sniffling and snuffing and doing all this stuff in the dark. You're high as a kite and you're drunk all the time. Neither of the things I am. I am a wine drinker. I don't even like Chardonnays or Merlots or Rieslings. I drink sweet wines, and I don't drink them every day. I don't smoke. I'm not a weed smoker. I don't like drugs like that. I don't roll like that. So calling me a crackhead, you're just really, really reaching. I have crackheads that have been in my family, people that had drug addictions, but I've never been that person. Heidi, you're a blow up doll with the brain of a sea kelp. Okay, you're right. I don't have to give her any explanation, but I like dragging her when I have to drag her sometimes. Heidi, hey, brilliant brownie. Ursha, hey. She's looking for kinfolk. She called me a crackhead. Then she was talking about um just so when she did the review of Gentleman's Panel for Halloween, she made up a name for James. She made up names for us, and some of her supporters were saying that's all we do is roast people. Now, when in the hell do the Gentleman Panel, when is the platform that, when do we ever use our platform as a roasting platform? We talk about a lot of different things. And then when people start saying, well, they don't give women a voice, we're not women. We could talk about our human experiences, but I can't talk about a woman's experience. I could talk about relationship stuff, but that's from my point of view, which may cross over into how women have relationships, but it's not me. We're not a women's panel. It's not going to be a straight out woman's point of view, but it's going to be a human point of view. Edna's daughter, yeah, you know what, you nailed it, because um, her content is so one dimensional. She's very, even with me doing Latrice parodies, I still can get on here and talk to y'all about anything. They're trying to impeach Trump. The Democrats are going to vote to get him out of office. I know what's going on in the Middle East. What about gun control? I know a lot of different things that we can talk about. I'm not a one trick pony. This mental health. Has Heidi even talked about mental health? VS got on here and drug her for filth. And all she could do is go in and try to talk about the gentleman's panel. Girl, you got bigger fish to fry. It's like you're coming at us because you feel that Jay Wilson is weak. She feels that Jay Wilson is weak and he's such a gentleman that she look at that as weakness. Well, Heidi, I'm not Jay Wilson. The big difference is he's much more into church and everything, but I will drag you, girl. And I will drag Rick Reed as well. You know, where they're saying that men go after women. Men are going to go after women because some women are coming after men. So of course we're going to go at each other. This is not us fighting in the alley behind the club. This is not a physical fight. This is a verbal spar. We're sparring verbally. There's no such thing as man versus woman when it comes to that. I don't believe a man should hit a woman. I don't believe in fighting women. But if any women on here, if you have a son and a woman is calling him B's and H's, are you gonna tell your son to be like, yes, ma'am, don't, yes, ma'am, that's what I am. Okay, I'm okay. No, y'all, Riri has his day. He doesn't even know it yet. I'm just gonna tell y'all this, and I can't say too much on this. Riri has been popped. Riri has been popped, and this right now, when it comes out, he gonna be left with egg on his face. Cause I know something that he doesn't know, that quite a few of us do know behind the scenes. He's popped. He think he's been so he's good at hiding. Baby, anybody you can be found if someone want to find you bad enough. And how Tracy them have people always sending them all these receipts. There's people on the side of good that are sending receipts as well. We just don't resort to doing that just to be ugly to people. And who's afraid of him? No one's afraid of Rick Reed. I don't know where that works at. It's like a little chihuahua barking at a Rottweiler. You're barking, but that's all you're just barking. So he has to bark the loudest to get attention, much like Heidi when she's yelling and screaming. Bitch! Oh, that's my bitch. Are you kidding me? Really? Thank you. He is full of ish. Right. He's so full of it. He wasn't gay at first. Then he wasn't that type of gay. Rick. He pulled his shirt up and I swear he could put him a little bra on, a little B cup bra. I don't watch Rick Reed. I don't watch Rick Reed at all. Now I've seen maybe like 3 minutes of his ranting before in the past, and I just stopped because I knew he was on something. He's a keyboard gangster, exactly. Um, and they don't have any substance. They're clout chasers. Rick Reed, you putting everybody titles in your look at my videos. I don't be putting people my carpool conversations. I don't put people names in my titles. My channel will grow organically. It will grow. I'll get the numbers ultimately, but I'm not getting on here begging people to like me and to just clout chase like that. I'm not riding on anyone's coattails. Yes. Edna's daughter don't be starting no mess. Cartier White. I like Cartier White. Um, but this guy's crazy. Um, And it was one of my subscribers had in my community board had made a really good question to me about the this low self-esteem and depression. People that are in the LGBTQ. Um, I think, I'm sorry if I don't get all the letters. Some letters get added every year, I think, but I think that depression and is really high in the community because of acceptance not being accepted by family and not having anyone to talk to. And people have, I know gay men that haven't talked to their family in 20 years. I know lesbian friends of mine that have been disowned. I knew friends that were Jehovah Witnesses that were disfellowshipped from the Kingdom Hall. Um, I had a Bible teacher that was a family member that was a Jehovah Witness, and she would give us Bible classes, basic Bible classes. And I wanted to be a Jehovah Witness when I was a teenager until I found out that they didn't celebrate holidays, and I chunked the deuces, and I was like, I'm out of here. I'm good. But it's funny. This same Bible teacher that I had a son, has a son that's about my age. So I was a little wild, rebellious one, like I always tell y'all. Someone was making a bunch of calls to 1-900 sex, these sex lines, and listening to sex talk and stuff, and ran the phone bill up to like $200 back then. So she gonna come and ask me like it was me calling this sex. I'm like, now at this time I was like about 13. I was like, no, it wasn't me. But came out, it was her son, the Jehovah Witness son of hers, that was so good in the Kingdom Hall, and he always would go out into the field, but he was calling the sex lines. Um, Riri is much like Wally. Wally will lie and he'll call it content. Wally believes negative attention and making up narratives is content. It's lying, Wally. It's lying. You're lying. And then you're calling us the bottoms panel, or you don't know what any of us do sexually. But I do know you left somebody a peanut butter Picasso. We do know that you have bottomed. We do know that you leave snickerdoodles or DQ blizzards on people, you little mud duck. So for to call us, and then are you bottom shaming people? So if the panel was bottom, if we were bottoms, is that a negative thing that you're trying to call us? Like a man calling women bees? I mean, what are you trying to? What point are you trying to make? I mean, what are you? The bottom panel. Then I wouldn't touch Wally with a. I wouldn't touch Wally with Tracy penis. I mean, oh good God, no. It's a cuss word. You talking about Rick, right? Rick is so thirsty. He's very thirsty for attention. He's thirsty. Some of these content creators will sell their soul to the devil to get their numbers. I'm not gonna do that. I tell y'all, I'm a supporter of Jay Wilson, and I look up to Jay Wilson. I don't follow everything Jay Wilson says. I don't agree with everything. I'm not, we respect each other, but I'm not gonna go after Jay Wilson because I don't agree with everything. All the other men on the panels, I don't follow blindly behind anyone. We agree, we disagree, and we keep it moving. He's very insolent. Very. He's a little boy in a grown man's body, but he may be a little boy in other ways as ill as well. That's where his insecurities come in at. But we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But he's a weirdo. He's very weird. He always talks of that whole going into children, talking about children, and Rita's son was molested by her husband. Just these people, their moral compass. They don't have a moral compass at all. I was raised just to respect people and not that whole thing of do unto others as you want them to do unto you. I don't like bullies at all. And the thing is, it's like you don't know what the level of depravity that they would go to. It's like crazy. What will they not do? What will they not do is the question. I hate bullies also. I remember y'all when I came back to Houston, I told y'all I stayed in Minneapolis. I stayed in Minneapolis for a couple of years. I stayed in East Texas and I went to school there. When I came to Houston, I wasn't accustomed to some of these little bad kids and they was rough and hoodish. And I told you I did stay in the ghetto. And this is after when we moved back here to Houston, we stayed in the ghetto. And I wasn't accustomed to that. It was almost like it was a culture shock for me. But what happened was when I came here and I was in junior high, and it was a little boy that zeroed in on me because I was quiet. I was new. At my school I went to in Minneapolis in East Texas, I had all my friends, I had family members. You know, I was like a little, I would do little crazy stuff. Like I told y'all, I was like a little class clown that would get pops all the time and sent to the principal's office. But it was all like me just cutting up, not trying to fight or do anything. But I am a country boy. I am below this exterior. I am rough because I grew up in the country. You couldn't be a little baby falling off of horses or uh, getting bit by pigs or something. So I have a little rough side to me when I have to get out there and do what I do. But this guy looked at me as being quiet, so he thought he was gonna bully me. And this guy, I remember his name. His name was James Young, and he um asked me to borrow my pen. He kept borrowing my pens. He wouldn't return my pens. Um, and you just have to remember, this is me in a foreign. It was like I was a foreign exchange student. I was like, these kids are wow. You know, I wasn't used to people cursing the teachers out and um, fighting after school, and it just wasn't like that at the schools I went to before. So when he called himself bullying me, I asked for a pencil, and he let me borrow his pencil or pen, and I lost the pencil or pen, and he was going to tell me. Now, keep in mind, he had been borrowing my pens and didn't return them. And I was kind of afraid of him a little because I wasn't accustomed to people being like really loud and aggressive like that. But he kept on. And he told me, if you don't give me my pen, I'm going to kick your A. And my mind immediately went to, I'm gonna have to beat his A. This is what I said in my head. I'm gonna have to beat his A. And my grandfather always taught me, and I grew up with boys. I grew up with boys. I wasn't, one of these little delicate men. I'm a gay man, but again, I'm not a stereotype that people think. So he said, if you don't have my money for my pen, I'ma kick your A. And when I said, either I'm gonna break a leg off one of these desks and beat him upside the head with it, or we gonna tear this whole classroom up. So he came up to me when the teacher left out. It was a day or so later. He came up to me and was like, "You got my money?" I said, "I'm not giving you it." And he was like, I'll punch you. I said, "Don't touch me." And my face just went to like, no. So I said, "Don't touch me." I said, "Don't touch me." Yeah, I'm doing my live. I can't answer the phone. So, um, so, uh, I said, "Don't touch me." And he put his fist like right here by my face, like he almost touched me, and then he barely touched me. What'd he do that for? Y'all, before I knew it, I was up out of my desk, and I lashed onto him, and I wasn't letting go. I beat that boy all over that room. I beat him down. And when the teacher came, I was still beating on him, and they had to drag me off of him. And I told him, "And after school, I'ma kick your A after school. You better not walk home." This is what I told him. After that, that boy was running home. He was dodging me because he kept messing with me, and he was a bully to like some of the Hispanic kids. He thought he could bully them because they weren't black. So he was that kind of boy. So I felt he was gonna keep messing with me until I had to show him that he wasn't gonna put them hands on me. Boy, they part close. So, needless to say, he didn't mess with me for those next few years, couple of years that I was at junior high. And it was like a newfound respect that I had, that I got from people, because they thought of me as being quiet, but they started calling me after that fight. They said Baby Pit. What kind of mess? Baby Pit? Are you serious? Come on, y'all can go.
You see, that's why they ain't got no bumper.
Yeah, you can come. Because it's a very narrow turn. I don't like how this.
It sure is. It sure is.
Hey, everybody. I'm put this AC on because
Yes, yes. That's why I cracked the window a little
this
bit.
weather been so up and down,
Yeah,
though. That's the
I
thing.
got on 2 jackets.
I know you hot with that. Oh, you're not hot?
No, I'm a warm nature person. I'm very warm nature, and you know that. With certain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But, yes. So, needless to say, Mr. James didn't mess with me anymore after that because he had these hands put on him. He left me alone, but he was thinking because I was a small person. I was like, "You don't be fooled by that." But they was like, "Oh, look at Baby Pit." You know them little ghetto kids. They come up with all kind of names. Baby Pit. And also, he was one of those people that kind of flashed me when I was in the bathroom when I was in the 8th grade. Like, boy, if you don't get your little dingy, rusty nuts out of my face, from out of here.
Boss.
Yeah, but that's not it.
Oh no, the old form right
Old, take my horse to the old farm road. You know that song.
here. Old town or something. I thought it was.
It's Old Town Road, but I'm doing the remix.
Yeah, you said the old form. I said I thought it was old town.
Can I have my remix?
No.
Anyways. You coming up on it. Did you see that body wash I told you about?
Actually, I didn't. I just bought my body wash.
Oh,
I
okay.
found it in like a 2-pack.
Mm.
Was sitting up there buying 3 or 4 different body washes. By the time you add up to it, it's $10. So I bought 2 big washes for like $9.
Uh, but I think that that whole thing with Ty though, that was sad. It's very sad because everybody looked at this man and they just didn't know that he was battling. He had a lot of inner demons he was fighting with. And I also think about when I looked at his, because I had never watched him really before. I only remember brief little glimpses of him, and I never watched him until now. So when I saw some of his videos, and I could see him talking about, uh, his wreck. He was in the wreck and how he had to, be rehabilitated, and the drugs and the pain. And I think what happens is when people look at you physically and they expect for you to be physically a certain kind of way all the time, and if something here.
Next time I take you to meet me at that Walgreens,
Okay.
I come right here. So I know where to come and I know where to tell you to meet me.
Okay.
Right here at that Walgreens.
But did you get that? Oh yeah, you gotta get that. So thank you. But he when you have your looks and that's what you've been, people looked at him and that's what
Can I holler at y'all right?
okay, give me a holler. Okay. So, hey Andrea, what was I saying? I think when when your looks, because I think like again he was an attractive guy. He was very talented from what I see, and but when something happened to him, it was almost as if, if a person's like modeling or something and they get like disfigured, and once they've been disfigured they feel that their career is over. But I think a lot of gay men looks, if our looks are affected, we feel less than adequate sometimes. But I'm always saying you're not going to look the same at 60 as you did at 20 or 50. You're not going to look the same. We're not vampires. Your bodies are going to change. I don't care how much you work out. Gay men, you can be in the gym all the time, 7 days a week. When you start getting older, your body's going to change. You're not going to stay frozen in time. It's just not reality. If you don't have anything else to bring to the table, if you've been one of those people that always relied on you being the best in bed, or you being the cutest boy and you just have everything physically going, and that's all that you've had to lead with, you get older and you become bitter because you're not the best looking one that's in the club that week. You don't have the six packs. Your grandfather doesn't have a six pack, baby. You're not going to have a six pack at 60 or 70 years old. You can be in shape at that age, yes, but your body is going to change nonetheless. Thank you, y'all. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. You know, if you I could say, you know, people may be like, Rebel, you're an attractive guy, but I don't lead with my looks like that. I don't feel, if a guy's always telling me how handsome I am, it's kind of off-putting. And I'm being totally honest with y'all. That's not all that I'm bringing to the table, because cute boys come a dime a dozen. You have to have something else to bring. You know, just cute is, after you're cute, then what? You could be cute and have a really nasty disposition. I've volunteered for Thanksgiving, feeding homeless people, because I was never homeless, but I tell y'all that I was at poverty level when I was a child. Um, so I do like to volunteer and go downtown during certain times of the year and just give people food and just give back. But your looks are just that. They're just not, you can have a pretty present with a big bow on it, and you could put dog crap inside. It's a pretty box with crap in it. Oh, okay. I appreciate the support, Wildflowers. Tweety, hey Tweety. Tweety, isn't it beautiful here today? Young Ray, I'm looking for me I told y'all yesterday I was looking for a stand for my phone in my car. This little thing I have keeps popping out, so I need something better. Any suggestions where I could look? I don't want to pay an arm and leg for a stand. I went to Big Lots. I may go back there. Five Below. That's a good one. I may go to Five Below. Yeah, I forgot about them. Today I had to pull out all my long sleeve shirts. It's because, you know, I go buy me long johns and stuff in the summer so I can have them for winter. Gotcha. I went to Walmart, but the Walmart here on Dunvale, it was very people in Houston. It was very limited with the holders for your phone. I don't want the ones that just. I want the ones that you can clip onto your vents. I don't like the ones that are suction. I don't think that they're that stable. Am I wrong with that? Okay, I'll look at eBay. I'm gonna look at that because I do have Amazon Prime. I'm gonna go to Five Below too, but I do like Amazon Prime. And people were asking me about my guy friend. We're dating, and you know, we're hanging out. But he has his place and I have my place. I don't want anyone moving with me or me moving with them anytime soon. I like having my privacy. He's a nice person, but this is my area. Y'all, it's close to where I live. I don't care if they dox this, but I love being over here because I have so many stores near where I live. Within 5 minutes, I can eat churrascos, the Mediterranean grill, Italianos. We have Chick-fil-A's and Papados, Papacitos. I have a Kroger's that's literally, oh my God, it's a stoplight. I'm not gonna go through this stoplight. The pretty mortician, yeah. I don't like to feel smothered. It's almost like, for me, it's like I like the idea of a relationship, but I don't like the idea of a relationship. I like the perks, and we hang out, and it's cool to have someone. But again, I don't like to be held accountable for if I don't feel like talking. Sometimes I just don't feel like really talking. Or I may be writing, or I told y'all that I've started back writing, working on this novel, um, researching characters. That's a lot of work because I've created all these characters just from myself, and I wanted them to be based loosely upon um, people that I may see in the world. And I say that I mean like maybe people that I look up to. But my characters are primarily there's black and white. The heroine in this novel is black, a black woman that's straight. Since all gay men hate women, if a gay man and a woman get into it and the gay man is wrong, I'm siding with the woman. I'm not siding with a gay man because he's a gay man. There are gay men on YouTube that I don't even like. And that's so true, the pretty mortician. I think we are very creative people, tend to be very troubled at times. And when I say that, I mean like my family get on me sometimes because sometimes I don't see them for months at a time. Sometimes I see them every weekend. Sometimes I don't see them again like for months. Like it's sometimes I need a recuperation period from people. Do y'all feel like that sometimes? It's like I like to be around people and chill, but I don't like if a person start doing too much. It's very off-putting to me. If I feel your energy is draining, like for instance, I had a friend that complained all the time. He always complained. Nothing was going right in his life. I hate my job. Oh, I can't. Oh, this person did this to me. This person did that to me. I felt so drained. And then I found out he was competing with me. He was one of those types of gay men that if I went to Ross and got some shoes, he'll have to say he went to the Galleria and got some Louis Vuitton shoes. If I spent $100 on something, he had to spend $500 on something just to almost one up me. And I was like, okay, he's competing with me. I was like, he's competing with me, and I'm not competing with him. But introverts, oh yeah, we can be very introverted. I When I was little, I had family members that thought would say stuff, things like there's something wrong with me. They would be like, it's something wrong with him. He's crazy. And they would say this because I would go off to myself and I'd be like drawing because I would always draw and read. So it was crazy to them because I didn't want to play with the other kids sometimes. I just wanted to go and draw. I would create my own characters and be like, it was like a form of escapism. Hey, Diamond Dory, hey. You do pretty mortician. Oh my God, social introvert. That sums me up to a T. It's like I don't have to be the center of attention. It's like if we go up and we did karaoke or something, it's cool. But when I would have to speak in front of a group of people before, I've gotten better at it. I almost would have an anxiety attack being the center of attention. Intro. And I think when I see people on YouTube, there are a lot of extroverts. We are kindred spirits, the pretty mortician. I think so. But it's like it's very before when we were doing the gentleman's panel, and I don't know if it was VS or someone else that was saying about Rebel's son, as if I don't know if I was less than smart because I was quiet. And, or even when we did the meet and greet and I was in the background and they were like, who is that guy? He's moving funny. They were almost making it like I was a mole or something. But y'all have to remember, I hadn't been doing videos. I didn't want to be in the forefront because it was Jay Wilson, Five Babe, King Jives, Deshaun Farley. They were all in the front. I didn't feel that I had to battle for attention like that. You know, with me in the back, I didn't want to try to be making myself be seen like that. Yes. And I like the simpler things. I don't, when people be like, you following, you're like, I don't know, they make it as if, well, you support Jay Wilson. And I keep going back to that because we're very different people. You know, Jay Wilson was very private with his life. As far as, he wasn't telling y'all if he was straight, gay, or bi in the beginning. I come out the door, I'm kicking the door off the hinges and I'm telling you who I am. We're very different in that aspect because Jay grew up in a church environment and having to have a certain image. I grew up telling people they can kiss the crack of my booty, to put it lightly. So it was very it was very we're very different in that aspect. Thank you, Ebony. Ambivert. I've heard that. Yeah, ambivert. You had to speak at a school, Castro. Hey, Mona. Lori. Lolo. I think you should go for it. Try it. If you don't like it, you can always shut it down and keep it moving. But I always say you never know until you try it. Go for it. The pretty mortician. Oh my God. You know you are my sister because I'm always that friend that's going to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. I've had friends that were in very abusive relationships and they'll be like, "Well, do you like him?" And I'm like, "Okay, listen. I love you as my friend. I don't have to love the person that you with. I can tolerate them and I'll be respectful. But if you're a friend and you're coming telling me that this dude is putting his hands on you, you're coming, and this has happened to me with family and friends. You tell me a man is putting his hands on you, girl or guy, you're my friend, your loved one. You may go back to him, but my feelings for him or her is not going to go back into the place that you're back at with them. I'm going to not like them, and I'm going to continuously not like them. I'll be respectful, but I'm not going to be breaking bread with them like that. I'm not going to give you some BS just to make you feel good. I'm not that person. Um, I've been that person to tell friends, you know you're effing up. If a friend was to come and tell me, and I've had this happen as well, this guy did something, I'm gonna go break his windows out of his car, and I'm the friend that'll tell them, you know you're gonna have your A in jail if you do that. It's not worth it. Walk away. Cut the losses. Don't give a person that much power. If it's over, let it be over. Do not, do not act a fool behind someone and they're living their life and you're acting a fool and get yourself in jail. They're still going to be free in the world. Meanwhile, you've been a fool and locked up. And I always tell the girls, and it's primarily the girls that I be talking to in my family about relationship stuff, because they always come to me. And I'll say, never make a person a priority if you're an option. If you're always calling him to go do things, and my guy friends I tell this to, stop stop trying to make a person love you. If you are feeling that you're trying so hard to drag a person along, baby, it's not worth it. The pretty mortician, yeah, that's me. That is me. Cause they'll be like, "Oh Lord, what he gonna say? What is he gonna say?" And I'm like, for instance, if I was asking a friend something, it's one friend of mine, he will nice you to death. He will nice you to death because he agree. People ask him stuff, he don't be wanting to do it. He always do it. He always accommodate people. And I tell him, sometimes you have to say no. You can't tell everyone yes. And if they're expecting you to always be a yes man, that's not being a friend. You're tired, you worked overnight, and they're asking you to come to brunch or come to a baby shower? No, you've worked all this week. And they're asking you at the last minute? No. Tell them no, you can't go. Stop trying to be a people pleaser that much. Right. The pretty, yes, my face. I'm telling you, if I don't like a person, I've been in places where I didn't like someone and I was raised to be polite. But my politeness is not being fake. I'm just speaking to the whole room. Like if I don't like this person, I'll come in the room and be like, "Hey y'all, hey, good evening. Hey, how y'all doing?" I'm speaking to everybody. I'm not singling each person out because I don't mess with you. But I'm not gonna put it out there with everybody. They don't have to know that, but you and I know. You know that I don't mess with you. Some people are leeches. Some people are leeches and they will drain you of all the resources that you have. I knew people before that were like, people like if they don't have a car, they'll try to befriend you because you have a car. So they're looking at you as being their Uber driver. Or people befriend you because they want to try to find a place to stay. Or they feel that you're popular and they want to hang around you just to feel that they're basking off some afterglow. I've never been there. It's a lot of gay men that are like that, that go to these parties. Gay men are, some of y'all on here know what I'm talking about, gay men. You know those types of gay men that be like, oh my God, let's go to this party because this is where all the, people that are the movers and the shakers are. I knew people that would drive around the club. They'll rent a limousine and they'll have their friends in the limousine. So when the club is closing, the limousine is pulling in front of the club so they can get out and be seen getting out the limousine. Hey, Regina's show. Regina, you're in here. You're in Houston too. You're enjoying this beautiful day, Regina. Darren. My facial expressions used to always get me in trouble. It is beautiful today. My facial expressions get me in trouble because I'd be like, I remember my grandmother would say, "You better wipe that look off your face," because she'll say something. She used to say something to my aunts, and I'd be like, and I have to be careful, like when I don't like people and they've done something shady, because I don't meet people and not like them. You have to do something to me. I can pick up your energy. If I meet a person and I pick up that negative energy from them, I'm kind of more standoffish. Sometimes you have to say no. I had a friend years ago that stayed with me that I had to tell him he had to get out. And this is one of my first apartments. He going and partying. He and I are good friends to this day. He don't live in Houston anymore. But he was partying, going and just turning up. Meanwhile, when it came time to pay on bills, he was like, can I pay next week? Next week turned to 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned to 3 weeks. Meanwhile, you done bought you some weed, you smoking weed, you getting turned out, you just buying you new outfits. And I sat him down and said, this not gonna work. Dude, this not gonna work because you're not doing what I expected you to do. And he was like, he really took that bad, but he had to go because I love you as my friend, but I love you enough to let you go and let you. And he found out that how it was because people moved with him and started doing the same thing years later. Um, I've never been a user. I've always been taught to, and I told y'all about when we were little and we didn't have this and that. It taught me to work for what I wanted. Hard working. My family owned a landscaping business. And when I say a landscaping business, they owned a chain of landscaping stores and nurseries, plant nurseries here in Houston, in Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Houston, and some other place. But it was my grandfather and my grandfather's brother-in-law, which was like my great uncle. Um, they owned the plant nursery, and they I was always instilled a work ethic. Work hard for what you want. Don't take from people. My friend that y'all saw, the guy that I'm dating, I had to tell him, "Oh no, no, don't throw stuff out the window." In my, he had threw something out the window like a empty Coke, a empty bottle of soda, a plastic bottle. And he wasn't thinking about it. And I said, "Oh no, no, get that. You getting out the car to get that. No, 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 get that. Because you're not gonna just throw stuff where I live. This is where I live. You're not gonna litter like that." And some of y'all saw when we was on the camera before. We were at Walmart and he threw something like some paper out the window in the parking lot. And he had to get out and get it. No. Cash money, yes. It's against the law. Yeah, don't be littering like that. We, especially we as black people, we have to be mindful of where we living at. Don't just, you didn't finish the bag of Wendy's and you didn't threw your whole bag out in the apartment complex. Who do that? Who does that? No home training, right, Regina? You don't do that. It's not cool. Because my thing is this. This is where I live at. Even when I'm eating the pretty mortician, I do the same thing. I'm almost guilty if I leave a table so dirty. I know the waiters and waitresses will come and get everything, but I'm just not that person to eat so crazy that it's just everything everywhere. It's like I'll put the plates to the side and they come to get the plates. I'm handing them the plates stacked up. But I think my friend is just like a dude. You know how I think some people are very much like, I had an ex. And when you're raised up with a lot of women in a family, you learn quick as a young boy, don't pee on the toilet. Don't pee on the toilet. Raise the lid up. You washing dishes. So this ex of mine would always piss on the toilet. And I used to be like, dude, can you clean up behind yourself? The women in my family didn't play that. I tip too. Right, Tweety. Wildflower. Exactly. Don't litter like that. And then don't we're living we're in a world with other people. Respect your neighbors. We had a neighbor here, and the neighbor would put her trash on her door step, and it would be there all day. And my neighbors complained about that because we don't have valet trash pickup here. I've lived in apartments that we did. Over here, we don't. So you leaving your trash at your door, that may attract cats or raccoons or something that's going to tear the trash up. Stephanie, yes. Lori, it drives you crazy. I think when I've had like, this is what happens with men, and men are worse to me. What happens is when a mother does everything for a son and not let him clean up and do much, he gets a woman and he does that same. He expects the same. He expects a woman to be his mother and clean up behind him. Teach these men can wash dishes, men can sweep. You peeing on the toilet, wipe that toilet off. I take mine to dumpsters too. I take my trash out. I think but I don't like when if we're I remember the roommate I had. We had a 3 bath townhome on north side here in Houston off of 1960. Y'all know that area over there. It was 45 north. So this roommate would have company. And when his friends, his company would come over, you do know when your company comes over, you need to clean up behind your company. Why are you I come it's a sink full of dishes and they've been there for a few days. We would get into it about that because I'd be like, dude, you have all this company, you cleaning up behind them. I'm not coming here washing dishes behind you and your company. You been to Dallas? Regina, baby, you preaching to the choir. Paper plates are my best friend. I'm not one of those. You come over to my house, we eat on paper plates. I have dishes. If I'm having someone over for dinner, we'll eat on dinner the plates then. But if I'm having a gathering at my house, I'm not washing a lot of dishes when y'all leave. No. Listen, when my roommate, he would, okay, so then it was the bathroom we had downstairs because it was a 2-story townhome. So this bathroom, I wasn't even using this bathroom. And keep in mind, he would have company over. So when I would go in the bathroom, I just saw piss on the toilet seat You raise the lid up, it's all kind of stuff. No. And I was like, dude, you could at least clean the bathroom. You're the one using the bathroom with your company. I didn't use the bathroom. I said, oh, so we have a little house elf that come out when we sleep that's pissing on the toilet when everybody sleep and taking dumps in the toilet when everybody sleep. I was like, mm-mm. And I learned then when you have a roommate, I like staying by myself because I don't like to clean up behind another grown up. Regina, it is tough. You have to have some really clear set rules. And this roommate would have, he would meet dudes and he would have them spending the night and staying there when we, wait, hold up. You and I going to work, and this Negro was still laid up in our house, and you met him 2 days ago? Hell no. No. Because he can rob from you, but then he going to turn around and rob me as well when we gone because he has access to all our personal stuff. Your guest bathroom should always be clean. Yes. I don't like, and this is my thing. Don't be, if you have pets in your house and you running around holding Fifi all the time and you scratching Fifi and letting Fifi lick your lips, don't be in there cooking. Do not be in there cooking and holding dogs, or you didn't touch, because I'm gonna watch you. If you didn't just scratched on Fifi booty, or you didn't let Fifi play all in your lap and you holding her, or you got cats in your house, cats jump on countertops. I would never have a cat because I don't want any animal jumping on the countertops licking on food that I didn't prepare. No. Wildflower. You know what? My dog knew. I had me a miniature schnauzer. And the reason I got a miniature schnauzer because I researched breeds. They don't shed. They don't shit. So you're not gonna have dog hair flying everywhere. I didn't let my dog lay in my bed. I had a special blanket I would put on top of my bed if he was to get in the bed, because I don't want to sleep on my sheets. And my dog then walked outside and I'm laying in my bed and this dog then walked through other dogs' feces and outside. Think about it. When your dog is outside and they're coming in the house laying on your pillows on your couch and they laying on your bed, when you're laying down, you putting your face against the same stuff that was outside. That's like somebody walking through a sewer and you're laying against the same stuff in your bed. Thank you, Regina. And when I had my dog, and actually my dog is still alive, I let my roommate keep my dog because he fell in love with my dog so much, y'all. This dog was like his kid. And this was a different roommate I had. I had two different roommates. But he loved this dog so much that I let him keep him. But y'all, who I am, I wrote up a paper and I had him to sign it. I was like, is anytime you cannot take care of Taboo, because my dog name is Taboo. I said, if anytime you can't take care of Taboo, he's to come directly to me, back to me. He's not going to an ex-boyfriend. He's not going to your mama. He's coming back to me. And he's like, you gonna make me sign this? I said, hell yeah, I'm gonna make you sign, or you can't have him. Either you're gonna sign him, you're gonna sign it and you can have him, or you won't. If you don't sign it, I'm not letting you keep him. The pretty mortician. Because people don't realize, don't be rubbing your dog and you playing with her and then you going back in there and you putting baking some chicken. You done rolled your chicken in flour after you done played with your dog. Because I'm going to be thinking while I'm eating, there's some little dog hair on my food. Taboo, yes. Taboo. And I spelled his name Tabu. Little miniature schnauzer. Cute little cute little dog, very smart. Because when I got a dog, I don't like little lap dogs. I want a dog that I can go jogging with. A dog that's a little active. But I have to tell different family members and friends, when you have dogs, realize everyone's not a dog person. When people come over your house, you need to put your dogs up. Or you have to get an understanding that they don't have a problem with dogs. I used to tell an ex that we have these two dogs here. When people come over, everybody don't want a dog coming up on them, jumping up on them. And I had to stop that behavior. He thought it was cute. And I'm like, nobody, your dog, he had a dog before I met him. And his dog was like about 70 pounds. So this dog jumping up on somebody to be hugged or something, that may knock a person down or it may scare the hell out of a person. And what we think is cute to us and not everybody. Somebody eating their food, they don't want a dog staring at them begging while they eating. Darren, you need to stop. I can't with you. Hey, ask April. Ask April. I think that you guys are doing a great job and y'all keep up the work with the women's panel that y'all have. I'm a supporter. And I think that y'all are going to be doing some great things and y'all are going in a good direction. The cane corso, oh my God. Pretty mortician, those cane corsos are huge. They are huge. I've worked with animals for many, many years. Cane corsos are good dogs. They're almost like a Saint Bernard. They're like a bull mastiff type of dog. That's what I was just saying, Lynn. KA, I did that too. I would use baby wipes on Taboo's feet. But hell, it's hard to keep that up because if you're taking a dog out 3 times a day, you're not going to wipe their feet every time you bring them back in the house. It's not just going to be on your mind. When you come in, you're going to probably be talking on your phone or doing other things instead of thinking about wiping their feet off. Diamond Dory. Oh, ask April. I really I like listening to your videos. Uh and it's all good. I'm supportive of people doing good things. This other stuff on here is it's mind trash. It's just a waste. When I watch some of the platforms, a couple, it's almost as if my IQ is on a downward spiral. But hey, Reed, the heart of Philadelphia. Reed, you gonna have to hit me. Hit me in my not my YouTube, my email. because we definitely need to talk. Um, and when I visit my friend in Philadelphia, one of my best friends stay in Philly. We need to hang out. Pretty Ricky Fontaine, what's up, Pretty Ricky? I like your lives too. I'm gonna tell y'all the main people that I've been listening to is Pretty Ricky, Ask April, Lady Snoop, Five Babe. Uh, who else do I listen to? My email is darksonx1x at Yahoo. That's DARKSONX, the number one, X at Yahoo. So it's darksonx1x at Yahoo. You can hit me in my email. Um, but Pretty Ricky, when I tell you, Pretty Ricky, you and Read the Heart of Philadelphia, when I listened to y'all lives, y'all almost brought me to tears. Seriously, when y'all were talking about your background and your when you were kids, because it made memories of my childhood come back. And it's like people can see us, and um, people don't realize when you've had a lot of when you've gone through not having as a kid, you become an adult that's very appreciative of things you do have. And I've had family members, uh, Pretty Ricky and Read the Heart of Philadelphia. I had family members in and out of jail. People don't realize I've witnessed, and I always saw, I had uncles always in jail. I had family members that were crack addicts. There was alcoholism in my family. And seeing all that stuff as a kid, it made me grow up really quick. It made me grow up faster because either you sink or you swim. My mother was a single mother, y'all, and we had lights getting cut off. We had water cut off. We had to stay with relatives. And that was embarrassing to me as a kid. It was it almost made me feel that we were less than the other family members because we had less than them. Lighting candles, it will humble you. And now, when I've gotten things, material things, hey, Louisiana Queen, I'm not going to, yeah, because, when people are saying, and a good example, y'all, is being a child, catching public transportation to school, or I remember I would have never thought of me being an adult going to Africa or going to Canada or Mexico, places that I've been. I've never would have believed that that little boy would have had like a Lexus. And I'm just saying this to say I've had things that I would have never thought that I would have had as a kid, but I knew I wanted better for myself. And I'm saying I have a Lexus. At the end of the day, again, a Lexus is a Toyota. I just wanted something nice and that could last a long time. But um, my mother didn't have a high school education, but she got jobs, and I had family members. My father was out there running the streets. And this is the little spoiler alert for any family members that come on here. I'm speaking my truth. And if you can't deal with that, you need to check out. So, but because I have family that do come on, but most of my family is very supportive. But if any do come on, because you know how family can be, Don't talk to family business, but I'm talking about my experiences, and y'all can go to hell if you don't like it. But I think that uh, y'all, Pretty Ricky, subscribe. Y'all go to Pretty Ricky. That's my vlog sister. Our daddy don't pay child support like she said, and I'm gonna put them white people in his life though, Pretty Ricky. I'm gonna put them white folks in his life so he can pay child support. But I think go to Pretty Ricky, y'all. Tita talks, Tita talks. Ask April, y'all. My relationship with my real father is good. As an adult, my father was the first person when I came out as gay. He was the first person that just was like, it was almost kind of unsettling because my father was like, so do you have a partner? And you know what I immediately went to? I immediately told him, well, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. Now I knew damn well that I wasn't bisexual. But I think we say gay men do that a lot. When we come out to families, we'll say we're bi because it gives them a false sense of hope that maybe, okay, well, maybe he's not all the way gay. There's still chance, I may have grandchildren. Yes, read The Heart of Philadelphia. Um, and my yes, go support them, y'all. Read The Heart of Philadelphia, Pretty Ricky Fontaine, Ask April, Tita Talks. These are all people that I watch and I have mad respect for. Ask April, them posting that stuff about you. People gotta realize, stop posting this old stuff thinking that y'all reading someone. Everybody have a background. There's family members I have that's been in prison for years. Who cares? That doesn't define who I am. And even if you've been to jail before, people live and they learn. You live, all of us have some family member or know someone that's been to jail. But my father was very supportive of me. And y'all, it was unsettling because when he asked me and I said I was bi, he was like, do you have a partner? And I was like, no. And I was kind of thinking, y'all, I was already, maybe I had my shoes off and took my earrings out. I was ready to fight anybody. I was ready to fight with my family about my sexuality because I was like, they're not gonna give me any, they're not gonna give me any BS about who I am. So I my father was very supportive. And I just knew that because he had a brother. My father had not a brother. My father had an uncle that was gay, and he was actually transitioning to become a woman in the 80s, but he passed away during the early onset of the AIDS epidemic. And he was in California. He had breasts and everything. It looked like a woman. And that was my grandmother's brother, and she loved her brother, so she was always going to be supportive of any family members that came out as gay because she loved him unconditionally. Hey, diving for death. And it's true. It's like, is that all you got? Like, you got to come with more than that. But my mother was very supportive as well. Um, I didn't have anybody in my family that was just against gay people. I didn't come from that type of a family. When I tell y'all I had a gay cousin when I was little, and his nickname was Beaver because he had he looked like a little beaver when he was little, and that name stuck with him. He passed away last year. Um, but he, when I tell y'all my cousin Beaver, he was very flamboyant, and my family loved him. But Beaver was one of the kind of type of gay men you learned how to read from him, because he would read people for filth. And baby, he dressed like Prince sometimes, and this was like in the 80s. But right, but this cousin, and it's funny y'all because me talking about this, remember I told you about my Bible teacher that was a Jehovah Witness. That was my cousin, and that was my cousin Beaver's aunt. Beaver's mother and his aunt were Jehovah Witnesses, and Beaver was very gay. His mother loved and accepted him. Yes, even being a Jehovah Witness. He wasn't a Jehovah Witness, but that religious, that faith, they're very, if you come out as a gay person in the Kingdom Hall, you will be disfellowshipped. Um, oh yeah, Vivian Givens. Please subscribe to Vivian as well. Vivian is a sweetheart. Y'all, I tell you, Vivian, she's definitely sweet. And you know what? It's really being honest to, because fathers, people want the best lives for their children. So being gay would be a harder life for your children, and you don't want them to have a harder life. I'm a gay person and I embrace who I am. But if I did adopt or have children, I would prefer them to have an easier life, to be straight, because there's less, everybody's not strong enough to live their truth. But again, if they were gay, I would love them because that's who they are. I have a friend of mine, and he and I got into it before because he's like, if my brother said he gay, I would tell him, you don't be gay. I said, well, did someone tell you not to be gay? Because you be the person that wasn't there for you. Because when he came out, his family tripped on him and stuff. So how they treated him, they love him now and they're accepting now, but they took him through hell in the beginning. If you have someone that comes out in your family as gay, you should not do what people did to you. And I was like, are you hearing yourself? So you mean to tell me your family drugged you for being gay, and if your brother came out as gay, you would drag him because you don't want him to be gay? Well, your family didn't want you to be gay. So who are you now to act just like how they acted with you? You're going to act like that with your brother? I said, it's something mentally wrong with you. He was pissed. I maybe shouldn't have said that. But it was like, wow. Kimberly Black, I agree. Lori, I respect Lori. That's it's amazing. I like that he needed you to be there like that for him. And ask April, you your story was definitely, just what you went through, and you had to be stronger, and that was a sign of strength what you did early on. Early on, the decisions that you made was a sign of strength. I don't look at that as a sign of weakness. A lot of people should have done what you did. And I tell people sometimes, would you rather have would you rather have a dead son or a gay son? You hear what I'm saying? Hey, my phone is getting ready to cut off in a few minutes, and I'm gonna have to log right back on. It's getting ready to cut off, y'all. Sorry about that.